Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a request from Dash 21, who wanted any mobile suit in the colors of Blaze the Cat from the Sonic the Hedgehog series. At first I thought it said Big the Cat. I think I wound up running something in those basic colors a while back, and then I actually read my notes correctly and found out no, that was not the request. So once I found out who Blaze the Cat was and what their color scheme was like, I decided on the Zeta Plus A1 because it was the best way I could find to get the colors to lay out properly. There's a Humberby cutting across my line of sight, and I pulled back, which I need to do anyway because I need to get back with my team. I've been having a real problem the last few days, especially when I've been. Well, this is older than the last few days, but recently, let's say, where if I'm running a raid, I will run face first into the entire enemy team. Luckily I don't go blaming the rest of my team for that most of the time, so, I'm at least maintaining a certain amount of rationality about it, but I don't know why. I just end up diving in, and it's not the right move generally. I might be able to do enough damage or even get a kill and justify my existence, but I could be doing a lot more than that if I just stuck with the team. And the team's a little bit spread out right now, and now I am going to get myself in trouble, but I'm hoping to kill this Hyakushiki Kai before its friends show up, which I have done. And let's see, it looks like... yeah, if I come over here, we can kind of converge on these two people if we're lucky. Nope, Humberby's going to stun me and also just run face first into me because that ram attack does a lot of damage. But I managed to get that kill before Humberby, I'm pretty sure, is what took me out. So, it's a start. We're 1,300 points behind, but yeah, I've managed to get, 3 kills already? So, I'm pretty pleased with that. Yeah, I still enjoy the Zeta Plus A1. I'm probably not making enough use of the Rizel Rifle's beam bayonet, but I ran it for so long with the Hyakushiki beam rifle that I kind of forget I have that sometimes, honestly. Because, I don't know, it's one of those things, one of those suits where, and I suspect everybody who's played this long enough has had at least one of these, where you do perfectly fine in it generally, but not everybody else does, so it gets a nice buff, and it's like, well, I didn't really need that, but thank you. And, the Balanoke Saman has been that for Maelstrom a couple of times. For me, the Zeta Plus A1, I would say, has been it, because it not only got the Rizel rifle, it also got upgraded, I think, both damage and heat efficiency on its hip guns. So, yeah, it could already deal a lot of damage. But it has gotten significantly better. He said as it exploded again. But yeah, it is. It's a good machine. I like using it. It's just one of those things of if you can stick with your team and engage carefully, you can do a lot of damage. Like a lot of things that work very well, it can be very situational. But I think part of it is its downswing is substantial. It's a little bit slow on the build-up, but also hits really hard. But that said, it's relatively easy compared to some of the big swings to target without hitting your allies if you're trying. I don't know if I hit anybody in this round or not, but I'm definitely trying not to when I run it. So we'll see. And also, it's one of those things of if you know the hitbox better than your enemy, you're in better shape. So you can see how far forward that downswing goes. So you can space it. You can space it if you're careful, so that just the very, very edge of the saber hits the enemy. And your allies are ideally not really in any danger from you, which is kind of like the ideal situation, I think. So yeah, I'm running down this Super Gundam, let it get its tackle in, because once it gets its tackle in, it's basically helpless. It's got an ally here. There's the bayonet. I've got an ally here too. I'm on the ground a little bit, so I'm going to take some missiles. Ally got the kill, but that's okay. They prevented me from taking a lot of damage, so person just wasted their Tackle, I did not, or I did not land my counter, but but the tackle held them still long enough for me to stab them. So, yeah, as you can see, going relatively well, and we are now ahead. And yeah, the hip guns have separate heat gauges for mobile suit and wave rider modes, so that lets me get in a little bit faster. And yeah, that I probably shouldn't have used. I don't think I hit my allies, but I am dead. But yeah, don't think I hit my ally with that wide swing, but the Zeta's beam bayonet and the Rezels, which copies it, does kind of have a problem with that to a certain extent. So just, it's one you have to be careful with, and that close to my allies, I probably shouldn't have done it, but it worked out. But I would have been better if my regular downswing was ready. That would have probably done more damage and hit more precisely. But at least I haven't knocked anybody over yet. If I do knock anybody over, it'll probably be with the bayonet, because I don't have as much practice in with that, even with the Zeta, which I enjoy. I think I'd probably use the A1's downswing and downswings like it more. That said, I got the lunge in, I got the downswing in. The real benefit to the beam bayonet, the downswing can be useful in situations like this where you're totally surrounded and definitely going to die, like I just did. I really probably shouldn't have spawned in. But I think there were more allies alive when I did, though, and it just kind of, the team collapsed, and then so did I. But yeah, the bayonet's downswing is good for when you're surrounded. The side swings can be useful for that too. The neutral, of course, is just a lunge that has, significantly more range than a beam saber, even a beam saber with a lunge, of course, because, it's stuck on the end of a very long rifle. So, yeah, if you have that, and I probably shouldn't have spawned in, but I wanted to try and keep whoever that was from taking our point, which, as it turns out, was not an issue. So that's good. But, yeah, just that neutral stab on the Zeta beam rifle and its ilk just really can catch people by surprise and create great openings for you. Okay, that Super Gundam just wasted its tackle. Unfortunately, I just flew into the middle of a pile of enemies. Luckily, they're not all paying attention to me. More luckily, we have a nice 5,000 point lead with 20-some seconds to go. At 600, we can lose under those circumstances, but it takes a little bit of doing, and so far, we're doing okay. I just tried to tackle, but all that maneuvering I did ran out my boost gauge exactly. So, I died again. Had a great opening to the round, kind of a weak ending. It happens sometimes, but I think all in all, it went pretty well. So we'll see the numbers, and we'll see if I'm right about that. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. I don't get to do trenches that often very much anymore, and A1's always fun. 121,000 damage, so I'm going to say that worked out. Yeah. Final count 6 and 5. Yeah, I just made a lot of bad choices at the end of the round, so that makes sense. But it was fun, and I hope you enjoyed it, Dash. And that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We'll be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! And since it's come up recently, if you are a patron and you are waiting on a request from me and you want to make sure I've gotten it, please drop me a message on Patreon so I can, make sure you have been a patron and I can match things up. And just remind me what your request is, because I thought I had this under control, but apparently I did not write a few things down over the last few months, and I have missed some people. So I really apologize for that. And yeah, just get in touch with me through there if you have any outstanding requests you want to make sure I got.